48 Laws of Power Law 10. Avoid the unhappy and the 48 Laws of Power Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky.
Law 10. Infection. Avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. Simple translation. Some people bring bad energy, bad luck, and bad decisions everywhere they go. If you stay around them too long, their problem becomes your problem. Protect your peace by being careful who you let close to you. What this really means: emotions spread, mindset spreads, and chaos spreads. So it's not never help people. It's learn the difference between someone going through a hard time and someone who is the hard time. They blew it. Who blew it? Men that got involved with Lola Montez. Lola Montez was magnetic, dramatic, seductive, and impossible to ignore. Men kept falling for her, throwing their capes on, trying to save her, trying to fix her, trying to rehab her, whatever adjective you want to use. And at first it was exciting. Later, she looked expensive in every way possible. What actually happened? Alexander Desjuriers ended up dead after his life started unraveling. King Ludwig lost control of his image, his kingdom, and eventually his throne. Then you had George Trafford Hill. He left the military to run off with Lola Montez. He eventually tried to return to the military. He was ostracized. Then he lived a life of poverty and eventually died in a boat accident. A few years later, a man published Lola Montez's autobiography. Then he went bankrupt. In 1853, she moved to California and married a man named Pat Hall. She eventually left him for another man. He sank into a deep depression. He turned to alcoholism and eventually died. At the age of 41, Lola Montez gave up all of her material things and turned to God like they always do. She toured the world talking about religion and then died in 1861. Lesson. Some people don't have problems. They create problems around themselves. And when you attach yourself to them, you don't rescue them. You become collateral damage. The masterclass. The smartest move that you can do is quarantine. This law doesn't have a big hero like the other laws that I gave you. The real masterclass here is learning to recognize destructive people early and keep your distance from them before their mess becomes your biography. This means noticing repeated chaos, noticing broken relationships everywhere they go, noticing how every room gets tense once they enter, noticing how every single story that they tell, they are the victim when they're really the anarchist. Result: you save energy, protect your name, and keep yourself in a judgment-free zone by avoiding being guilty by association. This is all easily accomplished by staying clear of other people's emotional disease. That's some good game. Human beings absorb each other's moves, habits, standards, and dysfunctions. All we do is rub off on each other. The people you spend the most time with shape your mood, your decisions, your focus, and your sense of normalcy. So if you stay around bitter, unstable, unlucky, self-destructive people long enough, then eventually their world starts feeling normal to you. And that's a trap. A wise man once said, if you're around 9 losers, you will eventually be the 10th. Practical rules. Pay attention to patterns because one bad season is different than a lifetime of repeated disasters. Watch how people affect your mind and your energy. Do I feel clear around you or more drained? Don't confuse intensity with depth. Drama isn't substance. Don't volunteer to be somebody's savior. Some people will drown and grab your neck on the way down. Stay close to people that are grounded, joyful, capable, and fortunate. Good energy is contagious. An ugly truth. A lot of people think that they're being loyal, but what you're doing is subconsciously tag teaming somebody else's chaos. You know the type. Always in a crisis. Always got beef. Always got enemies. You always got a reason for the chaotic things that you do. Always got a response ready. Always got a tragic woe is me story. Wham, wham, wham. Always wishing a nigga would. And somehow, mysteriously, every job, friendship, relationship, and opportunity goes down in flames. But it's never their fault, ever. And at some point, you got to realize that's not bad luck. That's them. That's branding. The dangerous part is this law makes people too judgmental if they use it stupidly. Because not everybody that's hurting is toxic. Not everybody that's struggling is contagious. So be careful. Hard times don't equal bad character. Pain doesn't equal poison. The point is to watch patterns and not punish people that are suffering. Your environment shapes you. People are a part of your environment. Some people raise your standards. Some people lower your peace. Some people enrich your life and bring joy. Some people make your life feel like you're being judged by 12, pulled apart by 6, having a Royal Rumble in a broom closet, and an anxiety attack all at the same time. Choose wisely. Misery is never usually solo. You know they say it loves company, right? Life be lifing. Just be mindful that some people don't just carry misfortune. They spread it. They are it. Whether you're coming out of a storm or going into one, try to practice optimism and not contagiousness.